Hare Krishna. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We continue reading from Sri Caitanya Caritamrita Adi-Lila, chapter 5, text 93. Yasyam Sham Shaha Shrila Garbhodashayi Yannabhi Abjam Loka Sanghata Nalam Loka Shastuhu Sutika Dhamadhatus Tam Shri Nityananda Ramam Prapadye. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I offer my full obeisances unto the feet of Sri Nityananda Ram, a partial part of whom is Garbhodakshai Vishnu. From the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu sprouts the lotus, that is the birthplace of Brahma, the engineer of the universe. The stem of that lotus is the resting place of the multitude of planets. In the Mahabharata, Shanti Parva, it is said that he who is Pradyumna is also Aniruddha. He is also the father of Brahma. Thus, Garbhodakshai Vishnu and Kshirodakshai Vishnu are identical plenary expansions of Pradyumna, the original deity of Brahma, who is born from the lotus flower. It is Pradyumna who gives Brahma direction for cosmic manifestation. A full description of Brahma's birth is given in Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 3, Chapter 8, text 15 to 16. So Mahabharata is saying that Pradyumna is also Aniruddha and he's the father of Brahma. So it means that Garbhodakshai Vishnu and Kshirodakshai Vishnu, they are the same because it's the same Purusha. It's just expanding. Mahavishnu is lying down on the causal ocean. From his pores, so many universes are coming out. Then he is entering into every universe as Garbhodakshai Vishnu, lying down on the Garbhodaka ocean. From his navel, lotus flower comes, Lord Brahma is sitting there. Then this same Garbhodakshai Vishnu is entering into every atom of the universe, into every atom. And that's why, that's his Paramatma feature, Kshirodakshai Vishnu, and also in the heart of every living entity. Describing the features of the three Purushas, the Laghu Bhagavatamrita says that Garbhodakshai Vishnu has a four-handed form, and when he himself enters the hollow of the universe and lies down in the ocean of milk, he is known as Kshirodakshai Vishnu, who is the super soul of all living entities, including the demigods. So the Paramatma as we say, the super soul, that is Kshirodakshai Vishnu. He's maintaining the whole universe, making sure that everything in the universe is going on properly. That Mother Nature, she's providing us all the elements properly, that the demigods are doing their work properly, everything is being maintained properly. That is Kshirodakshai Vishnu, and he's the Paramatma in our heart. This Kshirodakshai Vishnu is an expansion of Garbhodakshai Vishnu for pastimes. And all the incarnations within this universe come from Kshirodakshai Vishnu.
Just one question about the Pradyum in the first line.
Yes.
So that is that he
Pradyumna
is Pradyumna is yeah, the Chaturvyuha, right? This Pradyumna is Chaturvyuha.
Aniruddha. So Garbhodakshai Vishnu and Kshirodakshai Vishnu, they are expansions of Pradyumna. Pradyumna from the Chaturvyuha. Haribo?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, perfect. That's what I was confused, that it is the Aniruddha and Pradyumna of the Chaturvyuha, right?
Chaturvyuha,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Reading on 94. Seta Purusha Ananta Brahmanda Shrijya Sabha Ande Praveshila Bahumurti Hana After creating millions of universes, the first Purusha entered into each of them in a separate form as Sri Garbhodakshai. So the first Purusha is the Mahavishnu. Then he created millions of universes from his pores of the body. Millions of universes are coming. Then he's entering into them as Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Bhitare praveshi dekhe saba andhakar rahite nahi ka sthan karila vichar. Entering the universe, he found only darkness, with no place in which to reside. Thus he began to consider. So now Garbhodakshai Vishnu, he's entered into the universe and he's thinking. Nijanga sveda jala karila srijana, se jale kaila ardha brahmanda bharana. Then he created water from the perspiration of his own body, and with that water filled half the universe. So this universe, which has millions and millions of planets, half of it, the bottom half, is filled with water. That water is coming from the perspiration of Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and that is called the Garbhodaka ocean. It is spiritual. No one can see it. Because it is spiritual, we can't see. So inside this material universe, there is spiritual things also. But just because we can't see them doesn't mean they are not there. So, Brahmanda Paraman Praman Panchashat Koti Yojana Ayama Vistar Duihaya Ekasama. The universe measures 500 million yojanas. Its length and breadth are one and the same. So this is our universe, 500 million yojana, and length and breadth are the same. So Jale Bhari Ardha Tanha Kaila Nijavas Ara Arde Kaila Choda Bhuvana Prakash. After filling half the universe with water, he made it his own residence therein and manifested the 14 worlds in the other half. So now we might say, oh, but I'm a spirit soul, you know, why do I have to understand so much of this material world? Why do I have to go into the detail? Let me not try to understand this. I'm spirit soul. I just want to get out of here. But the point is, we need to understand how this material world is created, who is creating it, how is it working. Why? Because right now we are inside this material world. So all our experience, all our sense perception is with this material world. And only when we can understand it properly, then we can leave it because we understand it. Then we are able to transcend it, get out of it. But if we don't understand where we are right now, we will not know how to get out of it. Like the map, you know. It's the map. Once we understand everything in a place properly, the map we understand, then we know what way to take and get out. But we say, no, I'm not going to read the map. I just want to get out of here. Let me just get out of here. All my energy is to get out. This is the way. That's the reason this knowledge is given to us, so that we can understand this material world, how it's working, how Krishna is creating it, how we are, here, for what reason we are here. Then it's easy for us to give it up. So then, after filling half the universe with water, he made his own residence therein and manifested the 14 worlds in the other half. The 14 worlds are enumerated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd Canto, 5th chapter. The upper planetary systems are Bhu, Bhuvar, Swar, Mahar, Janas, Tapas, and Satya. So these are the upper 7. So it starts from Bhu. Higher than Bhu is Bhuvar. So we are in this Bhulok. You know, the earthly planets are called Bhu. Then above us is the Bhuvar Lok. Then it's the Swarglok. So usually when people say about heaven, they're always referring to the Swarglok. They don't know there's beyond that also Swarglok. There is Mahar Lok, Janas Lok, Tapas Lok, and Satya Lok. So in the Mahar, Janas, Tapas are the yogis, the very, very highly qualified, the yogis are there. the sages, and Satyalok is where Lord Brahma resides. Now, the 7 lower planetary systems, so from Bhu, because Bhu is the middle earthly planet, below Bhulok is the hellish planets. They also 7. So they start, so Bhu, and then immediately after, below Bhu is the Tala, then Atal, Vital, Nital, Talatal, Mahatal, and Sutal. So these are the 7 lower planetary systems. The lower planets as a whole are called Patala. So all these 7 lower are called Patal, hellish planets. Among the upper planetary systems, Bhu, Bhuvar, and Swar constitute Swarglok, and the rest are called Martya. The entire universe is thus known as Triloka. So Triloka, it is, why is this world called Trilok? Because it's called as middle planetary systems, the hellish planetary system, and upper planetary system. So that's why it's called Triloka. But now I myself am a bit confused here. Bhu is called Bhu, Bhuvar, and Swar constitute Swarglok. But well, I'm not able to understand this either.
Yeah, even no, but I think maybe the Satya is the topmost. So maybe the 7th one is on the top, right?
Yes, yes. Yes,
so
yes.
it is going like that. That's Satya, then Tapas, then Janas, then Mahar, then Swar, then Bhuvar, then Bhu, our planet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that. But no, what I've got a bit confused about is among the above planetary system, Bhu, Bhuvar, and Swar constitute Swargalok. Because Bhu is supposed to be the earthly planet. So, but it's mentioned here as Swargalok. So I don't know how to understand this. But anyway, the point is to understand that this is a place of misery. Martya is a place of death. That's why it's called Mrityulok.
These 3 are called the Mrityulok.
Yeah, that's why it's called Mrityulok.
Right?
Yeah, it's called Mrityulok. The earthly, these 3.
Yeah, these 3 are the Mrityuloks, right? Because they are starting from the center.
Yeah, so usually what is the Mrityulok consisting of is the lower planets, the middle planets, up to the Swarg only. Beyond that, the life is very, very long. Mahar, Lok, Janas, Tapas, Satya. Usually they are not counted as Mrityulok. You know, so, but people die there too. It's not that, but it's just because they die not like us. Like we get old, our body deteriorates, and then we die. But in the higher planets, death is not like that. But the change of body is there. And the time there is not permanent. If the karma to live there is finished, then again have to fall down. So the idea is they're still within the universe, not in the spiritual sky. So so we are trying to understand whatever is there so that we know, okay, I shouldn't even go to Swargalok, or I shouldn't even try to go to the Maharlok or Janalok where the great yogis are there. Why? Because that's also still in the material world. It is still in the material world. And from there is every possibility for me to again come to this earth planet or even go to the hellish planet or become an animal. That's the point. So we'll continue reading tomorrow. Is that okay?
Okay.
Did you have any other question or comment?
No.
Okay. So we'll stop here. Thank you so much for listening in and joining in. Shri Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.